Don't forget to click subscribe so you get notifications whenever a new book is released or a new instructional video. Readers, today's book is going to be by the same author we read the other day, Dav Pilkey. He's the one who did Dog Breath that I read the other day and all those Captain Underpants books. If you know Godzilla, it's kind of like that. That's why there's a play on words with Dogzilla. Barbecue Cook-Off. It was summertime in the city of Mouseopolis, and mice from all over corners of the community had come together to compete in the first annual barbecue cook-off. Oh, now I'm hungry. As the cook-off got underway, smoke from the hot grills lifted the irresistible scent of barbecue sauce over the rooftops of the city. A gentle wind carried the mouth-watering smell into the distance, right over the top of an ancient crater. Before long, a strange and mysterious sound was heard. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. And then all at once, the volcano began to tremble. And suddenly, up from the very depths of the earth came the most terrifying creature ever known to mousekind, the dreadful Dogzilla. I think he's cute, but I suppose if you're a mouse, you might not think he's that cute. Immediately, soldiers were sent out to stop the mighty beast. The heroic troops were led by their brave commanding officer, the Big Cheese. All right, you old flea bag, squeaked the Big Cheese. Get those paws in the air. You're coming with us. Without warning, the monstrous mutt breathed her horrible breath onto the mice. Doggy breath, screamed the soldiers. Run for your lives. Hey, come back here, shouted the Big Cheese to his troops. What are ya, men or mice? We're mice, they squeaked. Said the Big Cheese. You're right. Wait for me. The colossal canine followed the soldiers back to Mouseopolis, licking up all the food in her path. Afterward, Dogzilla wandered through the city streets, doing those things that come naturally to dogs. What do you think some of those things would be that come naturally to dogs? Dogzilla chased cars right off the freeway, because Dogzilla is so big. Dogzilla chewed furniture and the furniture store as well. And Dogzilla dug up bones at the Museum of Natural History. Those would be some big bones. Meanwhile, the Big Cheese had organized an emergency meeting with one of the city's greatest scientific minds, Professor Scarlett O'Hare. Gentle mice, said Professor O'Hare, this monster comes from prehistoric times. It is perhaps millions of years old. Maybe we could teach it to do something positive for the community, suggested the Big Cheese. I'm afraid not, said Professor O'Hare. You simply can't teach an old dog new tricks. If we're going to defeat this dog, we've got to think like a dog. We've got to find something that all dogs are afraid of, something that will scare the beast away from Mouseopolis forever. I've got an idea, squeaked the Big Cheese. What do you think his idea is? Do you have an idea how you could scare him away? Within minutes, the mice had assembled at the center of town. All right, Dogzilla, shouted the Big Cheese. No more Mr. Mice Guy. It's bath time. My dog loves going swimming, but he does not like bath time. Good boy. Yay, Zeke! Good boy. Suddenly, a blast of warm, sudsy water hit Dogzilla with tremendous force. The panicking pooch let out a burst of hot, fiery breath, and the chase was on. The Big Cheese tried to catch up with the hot dog with all the relish he could muster. Dogzilla hightailed it out of town and back into the mouth of the ancient volcano. We'll all be doggoned, squeaked the Big Cheese. It worked! With the horrifying memory of the bubble bath Embedded in her mind forever, Dogzilla never again returned to Mouseopolis. Within a year, Mouseopolis had rebuilt itself, just in time for the second annual barbecue cook-off. The mice of Mouseopolis fired up their grills, confident that they would never see or hear from Dogzilla again. However, there was one thing they hadn't counted on. Puppies! I hope you enjoyed that book. Until next time, keep reading.